Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of the healing chapters. Yes, I keep saying happy, I keep saying healthy, and I keep saying healing, and I guess it's all of the above, but it's supposed to be the healing chapters. So if I say one of the other H words, just pardon my brain injury. Anyway, I have some really exciting news to share with you guys. I have done a couple of things in the last few days. I need to take my glasses off. I can't see you, but you can see me better. In the last few days, drove. I drove. Yep, I did. And I did really well. I was absolutely crapping myself the whole way. But I think I did really well, and that is a major obstacle for me to overcome. It had been suggested that I take some driver retraining just to overcome the anxiety and the just freak out session that is me when I'm in a car now as a passenger. And well, I haven't driven in over a year. After my husband had his strokes in May of 2015, I had to drive for the next year and a bit because they took his driver's license away. And after, I think it was a year and 3 weeks, he got it back. And the day he got it back, I went, oh, thank you, Jesus. And I just handed him the keys, and that was it. I did not drive again. Too paranoid, too scared, too anxious. I mean, always just white knuckling it at 10 and 2, and just, any little thing around me would go awry and I would just lose my mind. So anyway, yeah, so I drove, and that is a major step for me. Now, that was just around here in familiar territory and around our small little community. I think it's going to be a long time, I mean, a while, before I can drive in town where it's way too peoply and way too busy and too many cars, and yeah. But I drove, and I did so good, and I'm so happy, and I'm so proud of me. Go me. And then another little thing that I did that a lot of you may find really mundane and silly and kind of stupid. The other day, I hung a load of laundry on my clothesline. And I have not done that in 3 years. I've not been able to do that. And that being said, while I was doing it, I was almost in tears. I was so happy. I know that sounds nuts, but I love hanging clothes on the line, and I miss doing it. And it was just another thing that was something that I always did, and you just kind of take for granted. And when that's taken away from you, you realize how much that you really do miss it, and how much you want to do it again. But so anyways, after I did it, did my neck hurt? Did my shoulders hurt? Did my back hurt? Did my arms hurt? Did my poor arthritic hands hurt? And my arthritic spine and the whole bit? You bet your patootie it did. I paid for it afterwards, but it was worth it because I did it. I did it. I was so happy. And then this morning I got up, and my youngest son is, I'm skipping over something, sorry. We went down to the city on Thursday for some doctor's appointments, and picked up my youngest son to come up for the weekend to go fishing and whatnot. And while we were down there, I had one appointment, and then I had about, I don't know, maybe 2.5 hours until the next one. So really, what are you going to do with yourself? So I said to my husband and my son, you guys take the dog and go, get a coffee, go down to the beach, do whatever, just kill some time. Drop me off at Walmart because I have some shopping to do. I have some grocery items to get, and I needed a new bathing suit because I have not been in. This is summer number 4 that I've not been in or on our lake, which is, I can spit and pretty much hit the lake. And I plan on getting in the lake again and on the lake again. So anyway, they dropped me off, and for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, I went shopping by myself. I have not been shopping by myself since I left work, I would say. So sorry for the noise. I'm sitting outside and something loud. Yeah, somebody on an ATV is flying up the road. Anyway, yeah, since I left work, so 2.5 years ago, it'll be 3 years in October since I was written off of work completely. So I've not been shopping by myself. Really, dude? He's in a 50. I think he should know that. But anyway, and it was a big deal. And don't get me wrong, I love my husband dearly. Y'all know that. Hang on one sec, I gotta take a swig. Carbonated water, I love this stuff. You know, I love my husband with all my heart and soul, you guys know that, but I hate shopping with that man. Oy vey, he shops like a man. You girls, any of you girls watching this know this, right? So they have 1 or 2 items to get. It's go in the store, find the item, God forbid they should ask anyone where it is, but find the item, go to the cash register, pay, out you go. Heaven forbid we should walk up and down the aisles or look at anything or you know, oh, look what's on sale. No, no. So my daughter is my absolutely favorite person on the planet to shop with, because she and I are just, oh, look, something shiny, squirrel. We'll smell every candle on the shelves. We'll go, ooh, this is cute. Let's try this on, you know. And she shops like a girl. So not that I'm a girly girl. I'm the furthest thing from a girly girl, but I do like to not shop to spend money, but just shop to like browse around and look at things and smell things and touch things and admire things. And I mean, I'm gotta admit, I'm so tight with money I can squeeze a nickel till the beaver shits. So I'm not about spending money, but I do like to go out and shop and browse, and you know, and I haven't been able to do that in a long time. So I went shopping by myself. Here he comes again. Here he comes again. Dude, really? Boy. Anyhow, so it was so much fun. So much fun. And afterwards, yeah, did my back hurt? You bet. I had my cart, my, you know, my Walmart cart, and I was leaning on that. And of course, I had my cane with me. Good old Eileen. Of course, I don't really go too far without Eileen. And after that much, I mean, I was walking around the store for an hour and a half. So by the time my husband came back to get me, I was pretty tired, and my back was killing me, and my knees hurt, and everything hurt, and what. But I was as happy as a pig in shit. So anyway, that was something. And then this morning, because my son is up here, and my husband and my son were out in the boat fishing, and I have yet to... Sorry guys, holy cow. I have yet to get out in the boat. That's coming. It's coming very soon. There's a lot of treatments that I'm undergoing, as I said in my last video, that hopefully are going to help with my spine and realignment and rejuvenation and decompression and all that jazz. That will make it maybe a bit more comfortable for me to go out in the boat. And I'm also a little worried about my vertigo. Even though it's well under control, I'm kind of worried that if it's choppy or wavy, that might set off the vertigo. I'm not really sure. We'll see. We'll find out the hard way, won't we? If I get seasick on my own lake, that'll be a first. But anyway, so they had gone out in the boat. They were out fishing, and the dog and I were here alone. And so I walked this handsome creature. So I was the only one home with the dog, and he wanted to go pee, and normally I would just, you know, put him on his leash and take him in the backyard or something, and like down into our woods or whatever, because we have pathways, you know, down there. And I thought, no, bugger that, I'm going to take him for a walk up the road. So I did. I walked the dog by myself. All by myself. It was awesome. We went maybe like 5 minutes up the road, 5 minutes back. I mean, it was at best 10 to 15 minute walk at the very most. And he is an absolute sweetheart. He is so well behaved. I swear this dog has been to puppy school. He's 2.5 years old, and I think he must have been to puppy school at one point, because he is very well mannered and very well behaved. And yeah, so we had a great walk. It was a great time, and I was so, do you know how wonderful I felt walking the dog? I felt like, oh my God, Jack, I'm flying. Like, I just felt so free and so normal. I felt normal again for the first time in over 3 years. It's been a long time since I've been able to do that. So that was really exciting. And as I told my psychologist the other day, I can't remember if I said this in my last video, and I probably did, and I'm probably going to repeat myself because, you know, that's me. That with all these treatments that I'm now undergoing, the doctor who's doing the decompression and spinal rejuvenation therapy had said to me, I'm going to be realistic with you, Kelly. I don't think that I can get you back to 100% of who you were. There's too much damage. And I said, no, I know that. Like, I worked in healthcare and I understand. 70%, 75%, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. But I am going to have to work my ass off. This is going to hurt. This is going to be really, really hard. I'm sure there are going to be days when I come out of that clinic in tears or close to tears and, you know, say to myself or say to my husband, I never want to go back there. It hurts too much, you know. But if I can stand 30, 40 needles all the way up and down, big needles like that with pain blockers up and down my back for over a year, then I think I can pretty much take anything. That didn't hurt, honestly. It wasn't effective, unfortunately, but it didn't hurt. So I'm going to have to work my butt off. And I have two choices now. I can either roll up in a ball and say, this hurts, that hurts, I can't do it, and just sit down and or lie down in bed and never get back up, and I will be 54 in October. I know I've said that before. I can guarantee you by the time, probably before 60, I will be in a wheelchair. I will not be able to walk anymore because all of the arthritis. With osteoarthritis, one thing is that you you must always keep moving. If you don't keep your joints moving, they will just atrophy. Your muscles will atrophy, your connective tissues, your ligaments, everything will just atrophy and tighten up and shrivel up, and that's it. You'll never get up again. So that's one choice that I have, and excuse my language, but fuck that. And the other choice I have is I can work my butt off. And I'm going to have to go through some pretty tough stuff, I think, to get me back to as close as I can get back to who I used to be. So, as I said, I'm very realistic about it. I don't expect to be, 100% of who I was. But I'm going to fight with everything I have to get as close back to who I was as I can. And I know with my husband by my side, okay, no crying, no crying. We've cried enough tears on this channel. These are happy tears. I know with my husband by my side, I can do anything. I know that we can move mountains, and my husband is the strongest, toughest, most optimistic, most, I don't even know the words. He's tough as a bag of nails. I mean, the man had 3 strokes, and today he's driving. And he's not able to work. He'll never work again. And there are some residual effects from the stroke. A lot of cognitive, but not really cognitive, more comprehension, like reading and stuff like that. Still some trouble with the left arm and whatnot. But he fought hard to get to where he is now, a little over 2 years later. And to look at him, you'd never say that anything even happened to him. So I learned from the best. And I know that with him at my side that I can do anything. He and I can move mountains together. We already have moved several mountains together. And I know that we can move this mountain too. So that's it, guys. So this is the healing chapters. Onward and upward. There's only one way to go. There's only one way but up from here. Or down if you choose to just lie down and give up and be in a wheelchair. So don't forget to... sorry guys, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to hit the little bell icon so you don't miss any of my videos, and give this video and all of my videos a big thumbs up. If you feel like a binge watch, people, go all the way back to the beginning. My very first video that I made was almost a year ago, I think, and it's called Preface, and that's video number 1. I don't know why YouTube does this. You can have your videos put into order from oldest to newest or newest to oldest. So I try to get them from oldest to newest. So that if you start watching my channel, you're going to start watching from chapter 1, because I do everything in chapters like a book, and then go forward from there. But unfortunately, it doesn't matter how many times I set it that way, it just defaults back to the newest video. So this would be the first video you would see. But if you feel like a binge watch, go all the way back to video number 1 from last August, I believe, and it's entitled Preface, and have yourself a binge. Netflix and Kelly. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon.